Wow, Arsenal fans, what happened tonight in the PSG Bayern semi-final game is something that we need to talk about properly because this is there's that kind of chaos that can hit any team in Europe, okay, and that's including those tomorrow. This wasn't just a good game; it was the most highest scoring semi-final in European Cup, I think it is, or the history of the Champions League, maybe 9 goals with absolute chaos, and PSG nearly threw away a 5-2 lead, but because of some things or the same things that can kill you in a Champions League semi-final. And those three things are fatigue, switching off, and losing control. Yeah? Those are the mainest things you need in games like that. And it's not even a joke because that is crazy. Yeah? What's even mad? Yeah? We're gonna do a story time right here, yeah? Okay, let's begin with this. Imagine this. Bayern start strong, okay? Bayern are starting strong. Harry Kane, of course. Yeah, cool. 54 goals this season. Fair enough. He punishes the smallest mistakes. One loose touch, it's in the net. One slip, it's in the net, you know? But PSG respond like a team possessed with conceding goals all the time. Like they concede all the time. The goal that curls onto the top bins. I don't know who that was. Neves scores a goal from a Dembele a corner. Then Dembele goes and scores a controversial penalty. Then again, after another Neuer mistake, Dembele again. At 5-2, PSG looked like they were gonna smash and rip apart Bayern. They were flying, bro. They were flying. And the fact that everything just went dead after, yeah, like I I can't think, like it was so fast. Everything was, yeah, joyful, nice. We're running around, we're scoring, we're bagging goals, we're cooking. Then comes the 65th minute. A header comes in. The 68th minute. Luis Diaz curls one in. Suddenly, it's 5-4. It is 5-4. PSG are rattled. Okay? Bayern are pressing. The whole stadium is feeling some mad pressure or some mad shift between the two teams. Yeah? This is exactly what a Champions League semi-final does to you. You switch off for 10 minutes and it flips. The whole game flips. On its side, on its head, on its knees, on its toes, on its thighs. Yeah? PSG went from comfortable to panicking like a bun of chickens running away from humans that are trying to pick them up to put them in their pen. Yeah? The danger that we Arsenal fans, or Arsenal as well, players especially, manager especially, face tomorrow. We might just get smashed. We might just get humbled. or we might just get lesson learned. That's it. That's all Arsenal fans are expecting. We're expecting a slap on the face to wake up in the second leg. No, just because we have a home game, okay? If it was a league phase, we would slap them easily. We would slap them in their face. But nah, this is the semi-final. You go out there and you smash these teams. If you can do that in the league phase, if you can do that in the knockouts, why don't you do it in the semi-final? Rice, last year, those two worldies absolutely smashed and humbled those Real Madrid fans, saying, "Oh, they're gonna smash, they're gonna do all this, they're gonna run right through us." And look what happened. We went right through them. So why don't you have that same passion? We have new players. We're scoring over the goals we should be. Our players are running on strings. Go out there, smash these teams, get to that final, smash that final, win the game. Well done, you got your first Champions League trophy. Yeah, you got it. Well done. But then you have to win the Premier League. You have to win the Premier League before that. But, anyways, on to this game. Look at his performances, okay? I'm going to name them because I have a list. I have a list of the stats. So, Dembele has 2 goals in that game and 1 assist in that game. Elliot, 2 goals. Kane, 1 goal, 1 assist. Seems pretty obvious. Seems pretty, sounds right, sorry. Diaz, 1 goal. Doué, 2 assists. These are elite players doing elite things, okay? And even with that, PSG nearly bottled it. They nearly did. Don't get me wrong. And the fact that there's even a stat about this is that Manuel Neuer conceded 5 goals and didn't even make a single save. A single save. He conceded 5 goals and didn't even make a single save. See, this is what tells you about world-class players, okay? Even world-class players crumble under the fact that it's a semi-final against a really informed team. And there's still pressure. There's always pressure. Don't get me wrong. There's always pressure in football. You can never say, "Oh, there's no pressure. There's no this. There's no that." No, there's always pressure in football. No matter who tells you, "Oh, once you're winning 6-0, 7-0, there's no pressure." Did you just see what that game just did to you? Did you see what just happened? This game showed us exactly why, or what Arsenal must avoid against Leicester, because fatigue will kill you. Look at this game. I'm going to say here, look at this game for example. PSG's counter-attacks died off by 75 minutes. 75 minutes. They had nothing left. Bayern took over and they flew off. Yeah, they got their 5 goals. Madness. Yeah, or they got their 4 goals. Whatever. Arsenal must, and I mean must manage our energy in Madrid. Okay? Atlético, whatever. PSG, okay? They lost control. They lost a lot of control. They rushed decisions and passing, etc., etc. They panicked. They did all these stupid things in football that they shouldn't even do. They're professional footballers. They should not be doing it. Yeah? We cannot do that away from home in the semi-final. Because in that case, we would be, at the moment, Arsenal not scoring enough goals, or we weren't scoring goals at that point. That would probably be 7-0 or a 10-20-0. You know? That would be at least 20-0. PSG, they were 3 goals up. And Bayern, they could have got a draw, but they couldn't find the goal, the counter, the early stage challenge. That was it. That was it. The chip. That was it. The little flick up. Yeah, that was it. But no one was there. And an Arsenal point of view, we cannot relax for a second, because if we do, we might be over. You know, it could be over within seconds, bro. Like, this is what it takes, yeah? One bad clearance. One bad clearance. One bad pass. One moment of switching off that brain, and the whole game will just flip on its side. You may be asking, what does this mean for Arsenal? What does tonight actually tell the Arsenal fans? Well, it tells us that Wednesday night will be chaos. It tells us that Atletico will punish every mistake that we do. It will tell us Arsenal will need 90 minutes of pure focus in those eyeballs, in those minds, in your head, bro, in your head. The surroundings, everything, scanning where you are, this and that, basic football things. Semi-finals are not about who plays the prettiest little football in the world. It's about who survives the madness in the game. Who survives trying to get a goal behind, trying to get ahead by 3-4 goals to win that tie, to go home and slot them away. Another example, PSG nearly collapsed. Bayern nearly pulled off the impossible against PSG. But you know what? PSG and Bayern said, nah, none of us are going out here without one goal between each other. And this is exactly what we did. Look at the scoreline, okay? And I wonder if Arsenal players or Arsenal fans are even watching this and learning from it before even watching the game tomorrow. Yeah? It's I'll say it's very worrying, but yeah, I don't know what else to say, because look, it's a really good example of what Arsenal can do and what Arsenal can't do. So I hope the players tomorrow really think about what's going to happen and what they need to do to prevent going one-on-one, one goal between the goals, the score line. We need to just go out there and smash this team. I'm sorry if I'm not being humble enough, but we need to go out there and absolutely slap these teams. People say that we're the best team in the world, or we were the best team in the world 2-3 months ago. So go and show that. If you have that title, go and show that to the fans. October time, we were worrying about conceding goals or shots on targets. We were the better people. Okay, we were the better people. We just need to show it now. Anyways, this is the end of the video. Like and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.